officially gone absolutely feral. Just hours ago, Nicki Nicole detonated a gossip grenade no one saw coming, boldly claiming that Lamine Yamal, football's teenage sensation, is the father of her baby. At first, everyone laughed it off as just another rumor, another flashy bit of celebrity chaos drifting online. But then came the kicker. Whispers of a secret DNA test, a mysterious document supposedly confirming it all. Within minutes, timelines erupted. Millions swarmed the comments, demanding the truth. Nicki's name shot to global trending status, and Lamine, silent. Painfully, suspiciously silent. Some call Nicki brave, a woman finally dropping her truth bomb after months of pressure. Others say it's pure desperation, a last-ditch stunt to pull Lamine into a scandal that could nuke his rising career. Yet under all that noise, one burning question still hangs in the air. If this DNA test is legit, why is everyone acting like it doesn't exist? Tonight we dive headfirst into the madness, the claims, the silence, and the truth shaking the internet to its core. The internet hasn't taken a single breath since Nicki Nicole's nuclear confession hit the web. What began as an innocent late-night post mutated into the year's wildest celebrity circus. Screenshots, ancient clips, half-forgotten photos, anything that even hinted at linking Nicki and Lamine Yamal was instantly exhumed and blasted online. Fans who once cheered their rumored friendship now flood timelines with finger-pointing theories, each juicier and more unhinged than the last. Nobody actually knows when this relationship supposedly began, yet digital detectives are combing through interviews, live streams, and fan edits like it's a national investigation, convinced the signs were hiding in plain sight. The air feels electric, the whole internet collectively holding its breath for the next twist. Insiders claim Nicki had tried to bite her tongue for weeks. Friends describe a woman drained by constant speculation, waking daily to headlines she never wrote. But when she finally broke her silence, it wasn't polished PR, it was raw emotion. Her voice cracked in that now viral clip, "I can't keep hiding." People deserve to know the truth. That single moment froze the scroll-happy world in place. And seconds later, Lamine Yamal's name detonated across social media, tethered to thousands of furious posts demanding he finally speak. Behind the chaos, whispers from Lamine Yamal's camp painted a picture of total shock. The young football prodigy, laser-focused on his upcoming tournament, allegedly learned about Nicki Nicole's bombshell the same way the rest of the world did, by doom-scrolling through social media. His team, scrambling to protect his golden boy image, rushed to release a bland one-liner. Lamine Yamal will not comment on rumors regarding his private life. That was it, just one sterile sentence. But oh, did it light the internet on fire? Fans immediately split into two camps, one screaming guilty silence, and the other swearing he was simply staying classy. But let's be real. In the online coliseum of emotion and speculation, silence doesn't kill drama. It multiplies it. Hours later, the internet had turned into a full-blown detective agency. Users began syncing Nicki's old appearances with Lamine's match dates, crafting threads of suspicious coincidences. One viral post claimed her mysterious Spain trip lined up perfectly with his off-season break. Another resurfaced a grainy charity photo of the two laughing in the same frame, instant evidence. Facts didn't matter anymore. The story had evolved into its own unstoppable beast. The deeper people dug, the more proof they swore they'd found. And out of the digital noise, one ominous phrase began trending. DNA doesn't lie. That line came from a mysterious anonymous account claiming to hold actual medical records. No verification, no sources, just blurred screenshots of a supposed DNA test. Names smudged, signatures fuzzy, but the implication was crystal clear. If it's real, Lamine's the father. If it's fake, it's the internet's most genius scam. Either way, the web ate it up. News outlets cautiously whispered allegedly and reportedly, but audiences weren't looking for truth. They were hungry for chaos. And this scandal served it steaming hot. As social media drowned in chaos, Nicki Nicole pulled a vanishing act. Her accounts went dead silent, except for one haunting post, a baby's tiny hand clutching a gold bracelet. No caption, no context, just silence and symbolism. Within minutes, the photo detonated online, racking up millions of likes. Supporters flooded in with hearts and sympathy. Skeptics demanded proof. And of course, the internet's favorite detectives went wild, zooming in, Analyzing reflections, even checking the bracelet brand to crack the case. Every pixel became evidence in this endless digital crime scene. Meanwhile, Lamine Yamal showed up at practice like a ghost under floodlights, cameras firing from every angle. His face was unreadable, blank, disciplined, but the tension clung to him like sweat. Reporters hurled questions he didn't dare answer. Inside the camp, teammates avoided the topic like it was cursed, though one insider whispered the mood was unbearably heavy. "He's pretending he's okay," they said, but this is eating him alive. Even the coaching staff had to beg the press for restraint, but come on, who's listening? In a world addicted to scandal, privacy isn't a right anymore. It's a relic. Just when the storm couldn't get messier, the leaks started pouring in. Alleged texts, supposed emails, mysterious voice notes, each one juicier than the last. The internet's favorite piece? A viral audio clip featuring a woman who sounded exactly like Nicki Nicole whispering, "He promised to be there for me. Now he won't even answer my calls." Fans went full CSI, slowing the clip, dissecting syllables, comparing accents, even bringing in self-proclaimed audio experts who swore it was her. Proof? None. Drama? Infinite. The fallout hit fast. Lamine Yamal's sponsors reportedly went into panic mode, and Nicki's upcoming shows were suddenly postponed. Behind the screens, both sides were quietly crumbling. Sources claim Nicki Nicole was unraveling under non-stop emotional pressure. She hadn't slept in days, glued to her phone, drowning in comments that swung between sympathy and venom. "She feels trapped," one insider confessed. "Whatever she says, people twist it." Her team begged her to log off and let the PR pros handle it, but Nicki refused. She wanted her truth in her own voice, not filtered through lawyers or publicists. Meanwhile, Lamine Yamal had gone completely radio silent. Friends described him as detached, training like a machine but looking hollow, exhausted. "He doesn't smile anymore," a source whispered. "It's like he's carrying the world on his back." Then, right when things couldn't spiral any deeper, came the twist, because of course it did. Late one night, a popular gossip channel dropped a 10-second audio clip allegedly capturing a private call between Nicki and Lamine. In it, a male voice says, "You know what the test said? Nicki, you just won't accept it." A woman's trembling voice fires back, "Because I know what's true, even if you don't want to face it." The clip was grainy, short, and conveniently unverifiable, but that didn't stop the internet from exploding. Millions dissected every syllable, every breath, arguing over whether it was real or AI generated. By sunrise, both camps had denied it, calling it manipulated, illegal, invasive. But at that point, denial meant nothing. The crowd had already decided. Someone's hiding something. And just when the noise began to fade, Nicki Nicole pulled the internet back into chaos. Out of nowhere, she reappeared with a cryptic post, a plain black screen with white text. "The truth will come out, even if it takes time." No hashtags. No captions. Just pure mystery. Within minutes, timelines ignited again. Some fans swore it was proof the DNA results backed her story. Others rolled their eyes, calling it an emotional play for sympathy. Meanwhile, Lamine Yamal's silence spoke louder than any statement. He hadn't posted in over a week, and every time he dared step outside, cameras pounced. Every blank stare, every awkward pause, every half-smile was analyzed like a hidden confession. Behind the glamorous chaos, though, things were turning legal, fast. Word spread that Nicki's lawyers were gearing up to strike back over the leaked private clips, while Lamine's team was allegedly preparing defamation suits to salvage his spotless image. Both camps hurled accusations, lies, leaks, manipulation, clout chasing. Pick your poison. But out here in the digital coliseum, none of that really mattered. The audience didn't want justice. They wanted drama. The truth was already buried under layers of outrage and obsession. And in this endless online spectacle, one thing was certain. The show wasn't ending anytime soon. By week 3, the drama had mutated into a full-blown global obsession. What started as a whisper between fan pages was now an unstoppable media monster. Every single hour delivered a new exclusive, another insider confession, or some conveniently timed leak. Talk shows were suddenly experts on ethics and privacy, while gossip channels rolled in views, each one swearing they had the real version of events. The truth? Long gone, buried under a mountain of speculation, clickbait, and chaos. Then, just when everyone thought they'd seen it all, came another so-called bombshell. Late one night, a blurry phone video surfaced showing a masked woman, allegedly Nicki Nicole, sitting in what looked like a hospital waiting room. The footage was shaky, grainy, almost useless, but in the background, 2 words were barely audible: DNA test and confidential. That was all the internet needed. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere, captioned, cropped, and overanalyzed. Armchair detectives zoomed in on logos, matched timestamps, compared wall colors, even tracked the brand of the chairs. Real or fake didn't matter anymore. The clip did its job. It reignited the fire, and the world was addicted all over again. Meanwhile, Lamine Yamal's carefully built world was collapsing in real time. The endless pressure finally bled onto the field. Missed passes, shaky focus, interviews where his eyes looked miles away. Cameras caught everything. His teammates tried to keep him grounded, but even they couldn't dodge the noise. Then came the killer blow. A leaked locker room clip showing a teammate saying, "You need to clear this up, bro," before realizing the camera was still rolling. The video exploded online within minutes, transforming a private moment into yet another viral headline. Sponsors began slipping out quietly, not because they believed or doubted the rumors, but because no brand wants to tango with chaos. His management's desperate plea, "We ask for respect and privacy during this time," was instantly memed to death. Privacy at this point was a fantasy. Not for Lamine. Not for Nicki Nicole. Not for anyone trapped in the spotlight's chokehold. Over in Nicki's corner, the story was twisting again. Her silence had turned her into both a martyr and a mystery. Each day she stayed quiet. The internet filled in the blanks for her. Then out of nowhere, she went live. No glam, no filter, just tired eyes and a steady voice. "Sometimes," she said softly, "the people you trust the most are the ones who hurt you the deepest. I just hope one day everyone will know what really happened." 3 minutes. That's all it took for chaos to reset. The clip spread like wildfire. Fans dissected her tone, her pauses, even the way she blinked. Some swore she was holding back tears. Others called it performance art. Either way, the war for truth raged on, and nobody was winning. Then came the plot twist no one saw coming. And this time, it wasn't from a gossip page. A well-known European journalist dropped a bombshell expose, claiming to have verified sources inside both camps. The article didn't confirm any DNA results, and of course not. But it did hint that Nicki Nicole's and Lamine Yamal's legal teams had already met in private. And here's the kicker. The talks weren't about denial. They were about damage control. If true, that meant both sides were quietly negotiating the fallout while the public tore itself apart online. But like everything else in this circus, no solid